Okay, so this video serves a couple of purposes. I am telling you I'm going to attempt to do something through Brightspace where I record straight into it. If it worked, yay, you've already heard the first part of this. If it did not work, quick recap. I didn't give a week 4 video, and I said I hadn't made one yet because there was stuff from the previous one that did not match. So quick recap on that, and then the real purpose of this video, which will be about week 5. So recap of what hopefully works is discussions. A few people asked about their discussions. I was very proud of one person who emailed me wanting to know about something, and they pointed out I had actually made a mistake. The reason I'm proud of this person is, one, this person looked at the rubric that was graded. Yay! 2, this person looked at the feedback and saw the rubric. Yay! 3, this person looked at why the grade said it was before asking me why it was what it was. Yay! This is exactly what I expect from a good student. So, yay. Now, this student also noticed I made a mistake. And instead of complaining to everyone around, this student emailed me and asked and said, I can't remember exactly, but just, I was wondering why blah, blah, blah. The rubric states blah, 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 and I did blah, blah, blah. And I said, I'll go look. And the student was right. I messed up and I fixed it. And it was all like this. I want to say it was within a day of me grading. And that makes my life so much easier. That is exactly what I've asked everybody to do. So, yay. I love this student right now, just so you know. Probably one of my favorite students right now because this student did exactly what I asked students to do. So, insanely happy. I know, crazy the things that make me happy, right? So, discussions. Your first post is supposed to be done before 10 p.m. on Wednesday. Every single week, there is a discussion. Every single week this entire term. You have to do your first discussion post, you answering the questions. Everything I state. If it says 1, 2, 3, you are supposed to address 1, 2, and 3. You are supposed to always tell me your own personal thoughts and feelings. I ask that every single week. I want introspection. I want to know what you think. I don't want to know that you can just Google and copy paste. I don't want just random facts. I want to know your take on it, what you think. That's part of your grade. Make sure you do that. A lot of people are not getting full points for their initial post because they're not being thorough or they're not doing it before 10 p.m. on Wednesday. Make sure you do both. You are supposed to be active 2 days a week. That means posting something 2 different days. You can do it more than that if you want, but at least 2. So say you post your initial post on Tuesday, come back Wednesday or Thursday or Friday and reply to a couple people. That will give you your 2 days. Replies. You have to reply to at least 3 different people. 3. If you reply to only 1 or 2, you're not going to get full credit for that. If you reply with things like, I agree, air pollution is bad, you're not getting points for that. If you reply with things like, to me, air pollution means particles in the air. That's a pet peeve of mine. 1, that's not a discussion. That's a statement. That's it. Nothing else. And to me, something means, no. There's an actual definition. It means the same thing to everybody on the effing planet. So don't say, to me, XYZ means. Don't do that. If you feel the need to do a definition because in the past, that's how you've padded things, I'm fine with that. Then just say air pollution is and state, and then you can follow up. To me, this is a problem because, or I feel, I'm fine with that. Do not ever, please do not ever say to me XYZ means, because a definition is a definition. Anyway, that covers most of the rubric right there. It seriously does. The last, the last part on the rubric is grammar, typos, being grammatically correct, remembering to capitalize the word I when you're speaking of yourself. Capitalize the first letter of every sentence, use periods, use punctuation. If you're writing a lot, paragraphs. Make it where I can read, that kind of thing. I tend to be rather forgiving on a lot of those, but sometimes I just can't. This is a college course. You're posting it for everybody to see. It's not text speak. You need to make yourself look intelligent by showing you know how to properly construct a sentence. I'm not asking for APA format. I am not asking for a whole bunch of citations and stuff like that. I'm asking for you to write knowing that other college students are reading this and your teacher is reading this. You need to actually construct proper sentences. That's it. Doesn't even have to be formal, just correct. That's all I ask. That's the discussion stuff. Again, every single week. So that's pretty much what I'm going to try to do in the little video, but it's going to be condensed in the video because I'm just doing short and a little update for each class. So this is still beneficial to have listened to. Yay. Wouldn't it be great if I just kept notes and I just glanced down so I could stay on point, but then I wouldn't be me. There you go. So week 5, you have an assignment coming up here in week 5, group project responsibilities. Every single student has to turn in their own submission. This is in the assignments tab. If you haven't opened all the required files, hint, hint, you will not be able to open this and turn it in. I'm going to be gone. So if you email me Friday at like 9:30 p.m. and say, I can't open it, what are the requirements? Look, take a look. I highly recommend before you tell me something won't open and it says that there's a restriction or all the requirements have not been met, instead of asking me, go back and look. Because I promise I have everything set very specifically. If I have told you to go do something, like make sure you always open and read the week's file. And no, that's not the only requirement with some of these. If I have told you to look at something, make sure you've looked at it. Because I do, I have stuff locked down all over the place throughout this course to force you to do things. That way, have you ever heard the term CYA? It's cover your. I am a big believer in that. And so I have stuff locked down in such a way that down the road, when you say, I never knew, blah, 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 I can point out you had to open that file in order to access this stuff. So you have had access to the file. It is not my responsibility if you didn't read it, but I have proof that you accessed it, that kind of thing. So make sure you look at everything. Your group project responsibilities, again, every single person has to turn it in. You need to cover what you are doing and what each and every member of your group is doing. You should be using the group discussion boards. That's part of your grade. I have said this multiple times. It is posted. It's even in bold and I think in red in some locations. It's part of your grade. If you choose not to use the discussion board, your prerogative. Just know it negatively affects your grade. If you turn in an assignment for group project responsibilities and tell me what you're planning on doing, you don't address the questions, and you have no idea what other members of your group are doing, that's not a full grade. Unless, here's the big thing, because this happens to at least one group every semester. If you are the one person who's actually trying to do stuff and everyone else is just MIA, and you are posting in that group discussion board religiously, like, hey, here's how I think we should go about this. Is anybody out there? I have decided I'm covering X topic. I would love to know what topics you want to pick. And you are constantly doing that and checking it. And if anybody replies, you are replying to them. That's the only way I will accept you not having answers. Because if you are posting and checking back and nobody is answering, that's not your fault. That is not your fault at all. And if you say no one has been replying, 100% promise you, I am going to go look at the discussion. I am going to look at how often you were on there. I'm going to look at how many times you opened your own discussion to check. I can do that with Brightspace. I will then check the group members and see if any of them have opened the discussion. If you have been posting and doing what you're supposed to do, you get the credit. If you have been posting and doing what you are supposed to do and they just have not been opening it and then they try to BS their assignment, they will be called out on it. So while I believe in CYA, you need to believe in CYA. It helps you. That's the main thing I want to cover for week 5. Again, if you have questions, there's going to be a little video posted in the announcements, if I can get it uploaded in the announcements. I will be checking emails on Wednesday. Pretty much not any other time. Wednesday is the day I'm doing it for week 5 because I am taking time off finally for the first time in years. So if you need something, message me Wednesday. I'm not responding to other things. I'm not responding to texts or emails or messages, nothing. Wednesday is when I will check in. Yeah, I think that's pretty much mostly it. The rest of the stuff's self-explanatory. Just, open the week 5 file, read it, click on the links, and do your job. I already covered at the beginning of this the importance of the proper discussions. Yes, you need to be doing your quizzes. Your first exam will be coming up before too terribly long. And yeah, it's going to be based on those quizzes. Why else would I give you the quizzes? So doing well on the quizzes and preparing, that's going to help you more than anything else. Oh, last thing about groups. As we have people drop out of the course, as happens, what I do is I will go back in and I will edit the group where it says like, group 1, and then there's bullet points and there's names. Whoever drops out, I don't delete their name. I put a strike through it. So you'll see a line that goes through it. So when that happens, that person has officially withdrawn. I have been notified that they have officially withdrawn, and I'm doing that to let the group know they're gone. I don't delete it solely because if I were in the group and I was pretty sure I had 4 members and now I see 3 members, I would be like, whoa, wait, what happened? Because I suck. I don't always remember to write everything down. I might not remember who disappeared. So I do the strike through so you're not crazy. This person was in your course or was in your group and now they're not. That's the whole reason I do it this way. So as the course wears on, this is going to happen off and on. And then after midterm, there's normally about a week lag where the last few people withdraw. And there you go. If any group loses enough members where it comes down to 1 person, I will address that with the person. So yeah, that's it. So I guess this was a big group thingy. and a little bit about discussion, and do what you're supposed to do. And I guess that's it. Keep safe. Peace out.